Good morning, beautiful. How are you today? It's so good to see you again. Now, I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like you're just not getting enough done? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about using automation to get more done in our homes and at work. I'm Susanna Kay from Spark Organizing and Productivity, and you can check me out at sparkorganizing.com. Again, today we are talking about using automation to get more done in your day. The way that I do this is, first off, I start by figuring out what's kind of slowing things down in my life. In my home, that might be all the times I have to go to the store or all those little tiny maintenance items I have to do. When I look at this list, then I can decide what would be the best tool to make it faster or take me out of the equation altogether. This is how I do it with my home. First off, I think I might have mentioned this to you before, Amazon Subscribe and Save. Amazon's not the only one that does something like this. I also use this for my pet medication, and there are several other sites that will allow you to have things automatically shipped to your home on a regular basis. Using this means that I never have to worry about going out and buying toilet paper. I don't have to worry about checking my smoke alarms because I have the batteries shipped to me to change out for the smoke alarms, and when I get the batteries from Amazon, I remember, oh yeah, it's time to check the smoke alarm. So I've automated a lot of these common supplies that I have in my house. That just makes it so much faster. I'm not running to the store at the last minute. I'm not trying to remember all of those basic supplies that I have on a daily basis. They're starting to do this with food now. I've not tried that one out, but if anybody has, I would love to hear about that because I know that they have Whole Foods, and one of these days I will try out that service too. But I do with groceries sometimes. We have Instacart here, and it will deliver from our local grocery store for a little bit of an upcharge, which we don't use all the time, but occasionally when life is too busy, it's so much easier to just have your groceries sent home for you. So that's how I use Amazon and other websites to do my shopping for me. Hi Ruth, I see that you've stopped by, and if anybody else has stopped by, hop on the screen, say hello, I'd love to see you. Another way that I automate things within my home is with apps. Now, these don't necessarily have to connect to a smart home device, but most of them do work really well with them. My favorite app for automating at home and at work is called IFTTT. IFTTT. So it stands for if, this, then that. Because it sets up all of these triggers. So if A happens, then they make B happen. So for example, if the weather says it's going to rain, they can send you a text message saying, bring your umbrella. If you pull up your car to your driveway near your door, then it can unlock your smart lock on your front door for you. There are a number of different ways that IFTTT really helps out on a daily basis, either personal or in home. One of the ones that I kind of like a lot is you can set up, of course, the GPS with your phone on the app to let it know where you're at. And when you get in that area, it can send a message for you on your behalf. So having a message when you get close to home saying something like, hey, almost home. Is your homework almost done? Or, hey, I'm almost at the office. Does anyone want coffee? Those types of things where it automatically sends out the message for you can be just a super fun way to really quickly get feedback, send out reminders without having to do a thing. Also, work. Now, with work, there are even more opportunities to automate. I mean, everything that we do could probably be simplified, automated, delegated, and really brought down to the very simple minimum. Some of the ways that I like to automate in my own office or for clients, social media, for example, getting the analytics from your website, your social media analytics, all of that that's telling you if your word is even getting out and if anybody's even listening, because sometimes it can sound like you're talking to a wall. But getting those analytics automatically from all of the sources in one place on a dashboard, huge time saver. So for example, the app called Cyfe, Cyfe, can be a great dashboard that will pull in analytics from various areas, social media, marketing, all of your different Google Analytics, and it'll put it on one dashboard for you. So you can really see what you are doing as far as engagement and people actually listening to your message or checking out your website. So finding a dashboard program such as Sife, there are a number of them out there, just saves you from having to go from site to site and collect all this data. It's all in one place for you whenever you want to see it. Next, Microsoft Excel is still one of my favorite programs. Always love it. And the more in depth you get into it, the more you realize what it can do. One of the things that I love that it does is you can pull information from an external website into your spreadsheet. Now, my husband just realized this the other day, and I thought, oh, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who don't realize this. It's super handy. So for example, if you had a spreadsheet for your personal investments or your business tracking, and you needed to find out a specific stock quote or several specific stock quotes to fill in the rest of the data and run the calculations, you can link something like Yahoo Finance to your Excel spreadsheet and have it automatically pull the data for that stock into your spreadsheet without having to do a thing. It'll automatically populate whatever Yahoo says is the latest information. It's really, really handy. You can do this on a number of different websites, and not having to go again and retrieve all the information is a huge time saver. With Excel, I also love how it'll automatically calculate so many different things. I can build an entire spreadsheet where I change one number and it will calculate everything across the board and how it will affect it. So using Excel to automate, amazing time saver. And as I mentioned, good old IFT app. I still love this one. For work, for example, what you could do is you could have, whenever you star an email in your Gmail account, it can add it to your to-do list. I mean, how great is that? How many of you feel like you flag an email but then you forget to do it? Well, when you use an app like IFT, you can connect these two different apps in the different softwares and have them talk to each other. Now, it has so many different apps and softwares that it will work with that it's impossible to list all of them here. But go ahead and check it out. IFT, like I said, IFTTT. I don't get any money from it. I just happen to love it. And it helps to automate my business so well and make things a lot easier in my life. I hope that you enjoyed this really quick productivity tip about how to automate your office and your home. There are a number of different ways you can check out on LinkedIn Learning. I have a course. It was Simplifying Business. Just search Susanna K and you'll find all of my courses there. And also, I have a $20 off coupon this month because October is my birthday. So I like to give more than I like to get, and I'm giving $20 off of one-on-one organizing in Orlando and Tampa areas. If you're interested in getting organized and working with a professional organizer in your home, especially before the holidays and everybody shows up at your house and opens your cabinets when you're not looking, check out sparkorganizing.com. I love you so much. It's great to see all of you, and I will see you soon. If you liked this, please make sure to like it, comment, share, subscribe, do one or do all four. I'd love it if you would do all four, and I will see you next time. I love you.